Hello, welcome to Learn Page by Page. I'm Sally and I found this lovely 1970s maths A-level question for you where you've got 2 to the power of 2x plus 1 equals 3 multiplied by 2 to the power of x minus 1. I'll show you the paper that I found this on. So this paper is over 55 years old, and those of you that are not from the UK and not aware what an advanced level maths paper is, it's a course that's taken from age 16 to 18. It's the one that you take before you go to university. And this was the question that jumped out, and I thought it'd be great to make a YouTube video on. So see what you think. Let's dive in and solve it together. What do we have? Well, we have 2 to the power of 2x plus 1. And laws of indices says that if we have the same base, so let's say a to the power of m multiplied by a to the power of n, that equals a to the power of m plus n. So the plus n, we've got the same thing going on here. So that must mean we've got the base 2 to those different powers. So if we rewrite that as 2 to the power of 2x multiplied by 2 to the power of 1 equals 3 bracket. I'm going to keep that bracket. Actually, you guys might say parentheses. You'll hear from my accent. I'm from the UK, so we do say things slightly differently. I will point it out when I catch myself doing so. So that was to the power of x minus 1. Now, what I'm interested in doing here is isolating this 2 to the power of x so I can possibly substitute it. I think I'm going to be able to. Well, firstly, this 2 to the power of 1, that's just 2. So let's take that here. That gives me 2 there. Then I'm going to pop a bracket there. I'm going to say here 2 to the power of x. Then I'm going to take the 2 on the outside, the squares on the outside. So I'm happy here. That's what I wanted. I wanted to 2 to the power of x isolated. And then on the other side, we have 3, keep the bracket, and now I can put 2 to the power of x inside that bracket, subtract 1. That's perfect. Now I'm going to let another variable equal this 2 to the power of x. And as we've already used x, we should use y. So if we let y equals 2 to the power of x, we can rewrite this as 2y squared equals 3y minus 1. I've got a nice quadratic here. Hopefully we'll be able to factorise. So let's move everything all on one side and we'll have it equaling 0. And that would give us 2y squared minus 3y plus 1 equals 0. Now we can go ahead and factorise this. This should factorise quite nicely. It's a bit annoying when we do have the coefficient of the squared term greater than 1, but it's not too bad, this one. So let's open up a pair of double brackets. And what do we have? Well, we have 2y is definitely going to be in one of the brackets. The other one will have a y. And then we're looking for 2 numbers that are going to multiply to make this positive 1. So that has to be 2 negative 1s, doesn't it? And if you went ahead and multiplied that out using the foreign method, you'd see you would indeed get this. So from here we can see that y equals a half and y equals 1. Substitute those values back into y equals 2 to the power of x. Well, the first one, if a half equals 2 to the power of x, we can rewrite the half as 2 to the power of negative 1. And if that equals 2 to the power of x, we can see that x equals negative 1. Then the next one, we would have y equals 2 to the power of x. So if y was 1, what would that make 2 to the power of x? Well, that has to make it 2 to the power of 0, because 2 to the power of 0 equals 1. So here x equals 0. Now let's go ahead and check the solutions. Where's our original equation? So when x equals negative 1, that means we have 2 to the power of 2. Instead of the x, we're going to put the negative 1 there. Plus 1 equals 3 multiplied by 2 to the power of -1, subtract 1. Left-hand side, we're 2 multiplied by -1. That gives us -2 plus 1. That gives us 2 to the -1. And 2 to the -1 is actually a half. And so on this side, can we find a half here? Well, firstly, we have 2 to the -1. So indeed, that is a half. That means we have 3 multiplied by a half, subtract 1, and that is indeed a half. So let's rub that out, and we can just put a half. So the solution is valid. Now we'll do when x equals 0. So we have 2 to the power of 2 bracket 0 plus 1 equals 3 bracket 2 to the power of 0 minus 1. So on this side, 2 times 0 is 0 plus the 1. That's going to give us 2 to the power of 1, which is just 2. And on this side, we have bracket first. We have 2 to the power of 0. That's going to give us 1. So 3 multiplied by 1 will be 3. Subtract the 1, and there is the 2. So that is also valid. And that should be about everything. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead, hit the subscribe and the thumbs up. That would really help the channel. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.